A lot of people call up when I have an interview, but one interview is Malaysia, then you want to West Africa. Thank you. Okay. I'll put a question. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, you may send your. I'm recommending this watch to the ladies. Basically, human masters should have the compass in their arms. Because you know why? Let's say you're in the date. They see you using compass, but I can see the time. I'll handle it. Need to test all this one. That's why they have told you one. The first time worked, the second time lost money. Okay, because this is all learning. So there are other factors that come into play. For example, you need to look into your plans and see whether that day is a wealth day or not. I think it was either a Rockwell day or 7K day. Hawkeye day to me.
Hawkeye day. Hello, good evening, everybody. Today is going to be one of my very unusual class because it's like neither here nor there. I'm very used to having either a full class of human beings or I'm just talking straight into the camera with nobody except my, fellow colleagues. So today is like half and half, hi people on the TV, on the movie, on the whatever. So it is going to be a very strange day for me, but doesn't matter, yeah. What Dato says, very much is everything that comes to you in life is an opportunity, correct? And you just make the most of it. So today, what we're going to do here is that this will be rather informal, And I was just told to do Bazi mentoring with Lady Trump's Bazi Chonam and Dao. So I was thinking, gosh, how am I going to talk 2 hours of a person that I don't really know, neither do I really like.
I didn't say that.
If I were given half a chance, I would have picked Michelle Yeoh, but it's not my call. So anyways, for you guys, the few of you here, relax, take off your shoes, don't take off your shirt, don't take off your pants, just take off your shoes, take off your socks, relax, and this is very much learning. Because, as in always, we have people who are probably Bazi 1 and 2, because normally they come in as a set, 1 and 2, 1 and 2, and then they might or might not be 2, 3, and then Bazi 10X. So there's a variety type of students here, online and in class, And even if you have got Bazi 10X in the pocket, it doesn't mean that if you are Bazi 1 and 2, you are any worse off than the Bazi 10X. Because if you practice a lot and the guy who did Bazi 10X didn't practice nothing, you're nothing. All they did was collected sheet after sheet after sheet of gigantic A3 paper home. and now they can't even find it. So those in class, yeah, how many of you actually browsed through your sheets before you came? Sean?
No, I browse it all the time.
Oh, you're browsing all the time. How about you guys? I know you're busy with your presentation tomorrow, so Carl has no time to really browse anything except what he's going to present tomorrow at Chiman. How about you guys? When did you last see your papers? Do you realize you have papers? Where are they? That's $1 million question. I also don't know. Huh? But lucky thing, I actually captured a few onto my Galaxy Tab. So I did go through some of it. So we can go any way, either way, up or down way, yeah. Because I would have Melanie's chart presented later on. So we can use her as a starting point, yeah, as a, what we call that, as the meridian spot. Yeah, some of you may miss it lah, but never mind. We start from that meridian spot, yeah, and we move on. Because I know that some of you, yeah, have been practicing very, I think, ardently. Every week, every month, every other day, you would have at least a consult, casual or otherwise, paid or otherwise, you would be touching the charts. Some of you, the last time you looked was perhaps FSA, and you were looking at your own. So you see, I am psychic. I know, because I used to be like that also. Before I was here, yeah, I used to be like that. Once a year, FSA, I look again, my one off. After that, go back until the next FSA. So, okay, let's start off, yeah. Let's start off. Now, the slides are nothing to shout about, yeah, because basically you guys are students. How do I get Melanie's up? Okay, this lady, Melania, yeah, I've checked her budget. I couldn't find the hour. I'm not sure whether could you find the hour. Did you know that we're going to talk about her today? Yeah, yes, some of you did. How did you know?
Email.
How come you all didn't know? You didn't receive the email. You were just asked to come at gunpoint. I'm sorry. Never mind. This is what we got, yeah, from the internet. We got it as the 26th of April 1970, obviously female, but I couldn't find the time. Now, because of that, we are at best, yeah, 75% accurate, but it doesn't matter, it's just a case study. Yeah, perhaps later if we get too bored and tired of her, maybe we'll pull out somebody's chart. Okay, so all right, you're fixing something for me. You can stay here for a while. After how do I go up and up? Okay, but I don't see there.
Yeah, yes.
Okay, so this is Melania's chart. Now I'm going to assume that, shall I assume that all of you are Bazi 10x student, Bazi 3 student? Nobody is really Bazi 1 and 2. That means you guys are advanced professional. Advanced professional, huh? Can I? Cannot.
Actually, those who are in 10x only are invited.
Oh, really?
I think so.
But the 10x will also be made of 1, 2, and 3 one. Some of them. So it's a good mix lah. But the 10x's, yeah, if you are at home, do take out all your A4 sheets. Those who are here, I'm sorry, if you didn't take snapshots of it, yeah, or we didn't pull it out. Yeah, I didn't want to pull it out because I know there's a bit of intellectual property rights there. And if I pull it out, yeah, I don't know who is going to screenshot. Not you guys are not going to do anything, but I don't know who's going to screenshot the thing at home. And I don't know where it's going to.
The A3.
Oh,
the A3.
The cheat sheets. Yeah. Because there are many levels of, rather there are many different sessions of Bazi 10x.
Yeah.
In fact, Dato has ran it like at least twice. So 2 different sets, yeah. So we'll just leave it as that because soon to be in May this year, he will have the 3rd 10x. Yeah. So the slides may or may not change. So I don't know lah, huh? and that is his IP. So we're not going to pull out any slides. All right, Melania. Since this is a mentoring session, yeah, and as I understand the word mentoring from Dato, mentoring is not teaching per se, yeah. You're not looking at me as a guardian. You're looking at me as a mentor, and it is because Ryan is the one who chose you guys to come. Now I want you guys, yeah, to show me your caliber, so that I know how to start the mentoring. Okay, anybody? Melania, what do you see in Melania?
First off, the cup that come to my eyes are the dragon dog flash.
Okay, dragon dog flash. Anybody else see anything else for her? Is she strong? Is she a strong personality?
Yes.
Yes.
Strong personality. Why?
Season of
season. One is spring, and she's fire. So
Okay. Now, this one is a very yang chart. Without the third hour, we already see it's yang on the year, yang on the month, yang on the day.
yes.
So looking at a very yang chart, you will know that a person is, or rather, they have a tendency to be more aggressive. Yeah, they are the movers and shakers. They are the people who will probably charge ahead before they think. Sometimes it's without strategy. So when I do charts like this and my client is sitting in front of me, normally I will ask, do you think you are a strategist or a tactician? Then they ask me, tactician means like electrician type of shit. No. Tactician means you execute, yeah? You carry out things. A strategist is you plan things. Sometimes you are not the one who take action. Somebody else will be the action takers, but you are the strategist. So strategists would be a complete opposite of this kind of chart. They are more yin charts. Yeah, they will think, they will plan, they will strategize. Yeah, this one will be the one who will take action because it's rather yang. Now, if the final pillar is yang, yeah, then it is a completely yang chart. So, for those of you who at least have come across Melania as first lady of the US, before that she was just the consort, yeah, the latest wife of Donald. Do you see her as a wimp, or do you see her as a very strong personality?
Centerfold.
Centerfold. Okay, those of you who may know, how do I toggle the face up? Let me try. Where is her face?
Face reading.
No, so that you know who to put the buzzer onto. Yeah, because in any case, whether or not you know face reading, it is good to actually know who you're talking about. Yeah. So we just want to have a look at Melania, and then we go back to her buzzer. Okay, this is her. Okay, so you can see a range of her faces up there. Yeah, she has a very strong face structure. So of course, those of you who knows face reading will complement their buzzer reading with the face. Very strong face, very straight nose.
Very yang.
Yes, this is absolutely that. This is not her. Who is this? This is her. Yeah. So her eyes, her nose, her entire feature shows that she is yang, confirm. And is she scary? Does she look fierce? Does she look? She look what? Beautiful. Okay, I mean other than beautiful, you can be beautiful but scary.
Yes.
Yeah? You can be beautiful but assertive. You can be bitchy. Somebody says she's bitchy. So this is Melania, okay? So you remember that this is how she looks like. Let's go back to her buzzer chart because today we're trying to study a person's buzzer, yeah, based on what we have in front of us. Okay, thank you, Ryan. So this is her buzzer chart. So See all these areas. Okay. Now, for parter reading, when you read, there is no correct way to read. There is no incorrect way to read, because each reading, even for the same consultant, I'm the one who read many charts. I have got many approach to read, because many times it depends on the client. It depends on the client. If the client comes in asking specific question, then I will draw my attention to specific areas in the chart. If the person just comes in, they don't really know what to ask. They say, I just want to know about my life for the year of 2018. Then what do you read? If that person says, no, just I'm having some relationship problems. So what do I read? So based on the question, this part here, which is called the natal chart, will tell you very much about the things that's happening to this person's life, and most of these things are under this person's direct control, subconscious control. Sometimes they are not aware that they can control it. Because it is here, that's why it is under her control. Okay? She's born with this chart now. So you say, oh, I don't know. These guys, you guys all know the 10 gods, isn't it? And say, oh, actually, I do have a eating god and eating god. So eating god, what is the personality of eating god?
Creative.
Cemetery.
So it could be many things. It could be many things,
Very smart.
Very smart, Some people who don't know anything, just use the word eating god, will tell me that this one likes to eat. Right or wrong?
Yes.
So this is where it could mean many things, correct? So that's why I say there's no right way or wrong way to reading this chart. But the title of today's topic is, we're saying this millennia. What was the title? Trumping her way into the White House. Okay. Now, I mean, that's a rather good title, but I would think that when she first started off her life, there was never a day where she thought she would be First Lady.
Yeah.
She'll probably think that she'll marry rich. She'll marry into a tycoon. She becomes, very much in the elite group, wealthy. Can we see this already in her chart? I mean, barring the fact that she's now First Lady, can we already see this?
Yeah.
The wealth coming.
Yeah.
Where do we see the wealth coming in this chart? We see the wealth coming, basically, first, she as Beng Fire, we already know, Datuk says, fire personality drives themselves. Why? Because fire as an element is passion. Fire is desire. Fire is motivation. So for those who are Beng Fire, Yang Fire, and Ting Fire are already very self-motivated, provided they are strong. Provided there are nothing around it, especially what does Beng Fire, to a certain extent, Ting Fire hate the most?
Water.
Water, because water will diffuse the passion. It will put out the fire. It will block the sun. So the fire element is most afraid of water, but the right type of water to the right type of fire, because Beng Fire is never afraid of running water. It is only afraid of Hui water.
So if there is a Hui beside it, that means it's not strong enough.
No. Are you in my class, darling? So I said strength is always based on season, once you are born in the season of birth, you're already strong, regardless of whether you got cloud or no cloud next to you. It's just that when you have a cloud next to a Beng Fire, your passion and your desire is somewhat a little bit more subdued. Because you're still the sun shining. You're still shining in summertime. It's still very, very hot and bright, but there's a cloud next to you. So there will be time where the sky is overcast. So that passion is a little bit toned down. That's all. You are still strong if your season of birth, yeah, is correct. So this one, due to the fact that the missing hour, yeah, many things we cannot read. Later on, we will see whether, even if we cannot read, when the luck pillar comes, yeah, how would her life change? All right. So looking at here, we say yes, Beng Fire is born in April. That means it is in season already. Yeah. Even though you say, but then this one is Earth War. How can Earth grow fire? Did anybody think about that? Those who forgot my module 1 and 2 will say, hey, this one Earth, Nancy. How can Earth fuel fire? This is springtime. Yeah. Dragon is still spring. So therefore, this Earth has got wood in there to fuel the fire. Therefore, Millennials Beng is still considered in season strong. So when it is in season and strong, these two fellas here, what are they? Well stars. Yeah. So well stars on the external, well star on the top. So as you read well star on the top, well star on the external, what do you think of?
Money, which
I know money.
Very good at marketing or selling themselves.
Okay, yeah, that's good, Sean. Anybody else?
Yeah.
Is anybody monitoring those people's question if they have? I did not forget about you, yeah. I'm talking to them, but I remember you. So if you say too fast, you have question, yeah, please put it down, and then my colleagues Ryan and Mr. Farouk, yeah, will let me know. Okay. So yes, he said money. Carl said money. Sean said doing what?
People to do very good at sales, so also selling yourself is also
okay, very good at doing sales, presenting oneself. Yeah. You see anything?
Appear wealthy.
Oh, appear wealthy. Okay, appear wealthy. Anything
surrounded
else?
by wealthy friends.
Very top-notch wealthy circle that she actually stays inside here. Okay.
I would say she was born in quite a wealthy family also because the year talks about, it has wealth. So it talks about your ancestors or something also somewhat wealthy, somewhat wealthy.
Okay. Well, to a certain extent, yes, because if you read Millennials Wikipedia, both the father and the mother, they are not super wealthy one. They actually hold day jobs one. But the mother is some kind of clothes designer or something, if I'm not mistaken. Sheila. So yes, to a certain extent, but this would be her circle of friends, yeah, and this is her career. So the career that she will engage in her life, her social network, will all be overrun with people of money. Yeah. So, and she is in season month. So the opportunity for her to take advantage of this, yeah, would have been less if her month of birth was wrong. She's weaker. She's born out of season. Then it would not be such an advantage for her. Yeah. So, like or don't like, right? Because it is still an opportunity. Opportunity comes, we have choices. Either we take it or we reject it. So, I don't like to be wealthy. Yeah. So you can reject it. At least options are better than no options.
Yeah.
So we see already it got well. Then we see, okay, clashes, yeah. Just now, Carl said this is a clash. Of course, when there are clashes, remember the fundamental thing that we talked about in parts 1 and 2. The 10 axes may not know this. Yeah, the pure 10 axes may not know this. But then again, they may. I don't know. But when this and this clash, principally parents left home country.
Yeah.
Did they? I think they're now in New York or something. So this one can go on many levels. Yeah. So move out from Slovenia. I think she's from Slovenia or some European country. move away to New York. So again, if you look at it, do you think that New York has more opportunities for her than Slovenia or some Middle Eastern European country? So all these here are telling us that in her life, these shifts will move on. It will come. Yes, it is a challenge, but these challenges work in her advantage. So sometimes don't be afraid, of clashes, of destruction, of punishment. Of course, harm we don't like. Harm is betrayal. All betrayal hurts, okay? But the clashes, the destruction, sometimes it is for the better one. So don't be overly concerned and be worried that, oh, this one means what? This one? So this is, it worked to her favor. All right? Okay, so we know already, this is young life, moving on. Everything is seemingly pointing her one way, opportunities. Okay, now, what else can we read from this chart? She's sitting on a DO wall. So, okay, that's her husband's star, yeah? And of course we say, if you're sitting on DO, yeah, your husband's star is in the right position. We normally like it when the stars are in the right position. Like, where should your children's star be?
Hour.
Your children's star should be in the hour. Your husband's star should be there. So DO also means what? Power, status, authority, and she's sitting on it. Another revelation, in her life, that things could happen to her in this manner. And remember that in all Bazi reading, I keep saying that there are many possible realities, right? Because there's so many ways to read a Bazi chart, isn't it? I could read it this way. I could read that other ways, like, okay, she's very creative. I could read that maybe in whatever she does as a career, she's going to pull in well, doing what she does best. What does she do best? Model. Isn't that a bit PG? Yeah. So you can read it many ways. But this many ways, at the end of the day, is only important if you know which reality you want to make come true. Which one do you want? Which one do you want? So after doing all this, the possible hour, which is missing, could point us to what is really her fulfillment. Because hour is about fulfillment. Do you think she feels fulfilled in whatever that she's doing right now? Being First Lady. Yeah? Because if, let's say, in the hour, there are again the 10 gods. If in the 10 gods, you're looking at wealth as your fulfillment. That means in there is the IW and the DW. Obviously, money will always fulfill you. If you're a male, it's money with women. That will be what makes you happy, makes your world turn around. What if it's DO and 7K? What is your fulfillment? Exactly. So it will depend on what is in the hour that we can tell you very much what gives you fulfillment. Some people come for consults and they say, I'm already in my 40s, in my coming to 5th buck pillar. I still don't know what's my life purpose. Yeah? Have you ever had clients like that? I'm sure as Bazi 10X, you would have met clients already. Do you have clients like that who come to you and ask, can you tell me my life purpose?
Yeah.
It's like, you don't know how I know.
Yeah.
But we do, we look at the hour. Yeah. But what if, let's say, your Bazi 10X, you're not really that great in deciding what is the other purpose, the other person's life purpose? How would you approach this chart reading then? Do you know how to approach? How you would talk to this person if they come in, they don't know their life purpose. You also don't know how to read the life purpose. So how do you approach such a client?
Ask them what they want.
Ask them what they want, okay? I would ask them, what do you like to become? Yeah, what do you like in life? Do you like to work hard? No. Don't like to work hard, maybe resource is one of the things inside lah. Alright? Some people say, no, I don't know. I just can't seem to sit at home. I'm on holiday, by the third day I want to go back to work. Yeah, I find something to do. So that person's chart inside the hour possibly no resource one. Could be output, could be wealth. Non-stop movement, yeah. They want to do something like low look. In Chinese they say low look.
Traveling animal also can say that.
Traveling animal sometimes can say that, but traveling animal, if it is a resource star, is different. It depends on what it is. So very strangely, this whole chart is the only thing that is telling you, the consultant, the truth about the client. Because clients come in, yeah, they either don't really know what they want, or they lie. So I lie. They say, no, I don't like money. Yeah, I'm very charitable. So most of the things I do, it's not because of money. Then you see all the wealth out there. She said, are you sure? Yeah. Then you just test waterline and say, there's this thing that my friend was telling me. Are you in Bitcoin? Yes. He said that he's got this program, that make a lot of money. Hey, can you let me know your friend's name? I thought you really not interested in money. No lah, I just want to make friends with him. Then liar, hands on fire. So this chart, yeah, I simply love it. From day one that Dr. Joanne introduced me to Bazi, yeah, I have realized that they never tell lies. They will never. So seriously, your face can tell me a lie because you have plucked all your eyebrows out, you have reshaped your nose, you have all these things. You may still have, to a certain extent, yeah, change a bit of your appearance, but this one cannot. This one cannot. Okay? So far so good?
Yeah.
All right. So let's move a little bit to the luck pillar. Okay. I want to move the chart up to the luck pillar.
Luck pillar now is knee high.
Okay, whilst Ryan is doing that, you remember the chart, Bing? Bing. So she's Bing, Zi, with Geng, seated on the dragon, yeah? And then she is Geng, she. Okay. Now, do you remember, I think this one could be the second batch of other 10x's that Dato says there is this 5 poisons.
Oh, yes.
Do you remember the 5 poisons?
Yes.
No idea? Some ideas? You see, sometimes it is good to know the good stuff, yeah, all the positive, the opportunity, but we also need to know in life, yeah, that the poisons are just our flaws. If we can fix a bit of the flaws, yeah, we will go even further. Normally, it is correct to say that we focus on our strengths. because you already have got strong elements, so you're very strong in certain things. Now, to improve a little bit, it is easy. It's just going with the flow, yeah. If let's say I like to speak in public, yeah, I've got hurting officer on the top of my stamps. So I really like talking in public. Maybe I'm not effective, but can I improve by taking in some classes, taking in drama classes, going to what Kevin does? I think Kevin is in this Toastmaster thingy. It's very easy, isn't it? Because I'm already having that element, favorable and strong. So I just put in a little bit more effort. But it is the poisons, yeah? It is the flaws that sometimes hold us back. So maybe we can even look at her and see what sort of flaws she has. Now, what constitutes flaws? Flaws is when a certain element is not favorable. When a certain element is too excessive in a chart. Remember, we said that if you have direct officer, is that a good element to have? Is that a good thing God to have? Direct officer?
Yes.
Yes. But what if you have 2 direct officers? What if you have 3 direct officers? It starts to go a bit bad already. When you have too much of something, it will flip sideways. Yeah? But the sad part is if you have 17K, yeah, it's okay. I mean, charismatic, gung-ho. But if you have 2 or 3, it does not become DO. It's just a lot of 7K. Yeah, that's the strangeness of this thing. Too many DOs turn 7K, but too many 7K won't turn DO. So too many direct wealth can turn into direct wealth, but a lot of indirect wealth does not make it a direct wealth. Okay, so it is a one-way ticket. Yeah, one-way ticket. So, is it okay if I walk away from the screen? Okay, sure. All right. So let's talk about the 5 poisons. Now, what would be Melania's poison? Would she have any poison? Poison means excessively strong in one area or too much of something. So for her, it seems that she's quite well balanced. Except we don't see what do we don't see? Wood. We don't see the wood. But maybe it's hidden here. What is wood to make fire?
Resource.
Resource. How is Melania in her studies? Not that great, huh? So maybe that's the missing item. Okay, wood is the missing item. Because if she had wood, but she had here.
Yes.
She had here, but she's still not the best. Yeah, opportunity may have come into her. You see, anything that is in the luck pillars, yeah, are just opportunities, things that are coming into you. This is your actual makeup. These are things that comes to you. In Father 3, I did remember teaching. There is a difference, yeah. Whether, like for example, fire here, yeah. Fire countering metal is different when metal is countering wood. This is called counter in, counter out. Remember? And produce in, produce out. Like earth produce metal is different when metal is producing water. So all these things make very subtle differences, yeah. So here we say this is wood coming in, producing fire. Opportunity came to Melania to do a few things. As a young kid, maybe she had opportunity to study what her mother did, or just a normal ordinary schoolgirl. She had opportunities, but whether she took it or not, yeah, whether she took it or not will depend on many things. So she did have wood coming in, but we are not certain there. So we just assume that inside there, yeah, maybe she didn't have, that's why the desire to study was not there. So even when opportunity came in through the luck pillar, she might not have picked it up. She went modeling very young, I think 5 years old. She was already modeling the dresses that her mother made.
Let's see, rabbit rat is the punishment, right?
Rabbit rat?
Okay, maybe modeling in other ways too.
Oh, but this is very young, so very young. So we don't know whether she was also,
Actually, it's 7 to 17, so teenager time.
But it's not written anywhere.
Yeah.
I tried to find beyond Wikipedia, they're all singing the same story. So we can't quite tell. That's why I don't quite like this one. Nothing much we can do, nothing much we can tell, but never mind, there's still things to learn. All right, so let's get back to the poison.
Actually, what happens is, in terms of internet, when you become first lady, you have a cyber team that will wipe out your history.
Oh, okay. That's why we can't find that anymore.
Yeah. You will have a cyber team to wipe out whatever shit that you have in the internet.
Yes.
Oh, wow. That's so cool.
And,
cyber PR.
Not only that, I think you can buy people who can do this for you also. If
To
you
wipe
have
out
wipe out things,
all the rubbish.
yes, everything.
Such services exist in
Yeah.
Asia too.
Okay.
PR and crisis management.
Okay. So it's going to be a little bit difficult for us to verify, even if you can read it, we can't verify it, but never mind. So let's get back to the poisons. Now, what if, let's say, in Melania's case, she was going through these experiences. She's got metal, this is also part of water. What if at one point in her life, these are water times,
Yes.
and water also have got this problem where if it is too excessive, there's a cloud here somewhere, and it may affect Melania because she's already sitting on a cloud, and the cloud is also her husband. A cloud water problem. So what would be the poison when you have water problems? Do you remember?
Depression.
Endless desire for superficial fulfillment. Because when water comes in, you can link it also to grass. Grass is water, the achievement students. So it is all interconnected to a certain way.
And Bing is also the most.
Okay, so this one says desire, endless desire for things which is superficial. So perhaps, during this period of her life, she's here now. But when she met Donald, I think it's all about these areas. We don't have the other type of chart, the consultant chart, that every year, that would be neat. You'll see every year movement. But I think she met him around here. Because also she was running 27 Rockwell. Donald was introduced to her through another friend. She did not meet Donald directly. So Rockwell, to you, Beng Fire, what does it mean?
Connection with the opposite sex.
Connections, no need to have a sex bit because sometimes it's the same sex.
Okay.
Just connection. Many situations where she runs through these two pillars of love: collaboration, meeting, socializing. Things are happening for her, and this is where I think she met him around here.
Was Donald her first husband?
She was never married before until she met Donald. And when she met Donald, I think at that time it was just a girlfriend thingy. Then later on, amongst many. And at the time, he was, if I'm not mistaken, he was in another relationship. Donald was in another relationship with another woman. Don't know married or not. Met her, and while the woman that she was with, I think she was either in the powder room or somewhere within vicinity was a party, he went and asked her for her phone number. Because she, being such an aggressive woman, she's never going to be a wallflower. She's not going to sit by the corner there, and see things go by. She will be in the center of things. And this is where he noticed her. So she was in this period. So collaborated, made friends, through a friend, she knew Donald. So during these times, these times at 7, 17, all the output stars were there. Yes, she started modeling, like I said, 5 years old. At 5, she started to present herself, on stage, carrying all the clothing that her mother made. Then she moved on to become a runway model in her home country in Slovenia. Then after that, she met. This is where she started to journey in her life. Bing Zi. So when Bing Zi happened, because we don't know the actual movement of the years. Remember, some of you even in Bazi 10x, yeah, we have the ascending descending qi. So the ascending descending qi, maybe Bing Zi happened somewhere inside this 10 years one. It might have been a year of Bing Zi. So that would have triggered her change. So when you are Bing Zi and you go through another Bing Zi or a Bing Zi inside this 10 years, what do you think would have happened?
You find yourself.
You find yourself? What else can happen? When Bing Zi see another Bing Zi, what is the technical name for it? Fu Yin. What does Fu Yin tell you? Okay, you say crying event. Leaving your hometown also cry, huh? So, what is
Emotional.
Emotional, yeah. Leaving your hometown, leaving your old friends.
Boredom.
Boredom, okay. I would read it as massive change. Yeah, but for all Fu Yin's change, yeah, it is an expected change. It is only when you see a Fan Yin change, yeah, that it is a sudden thing one. It's an accident. You never plan for an accident to happen, but an accident happened. So those are called Fan Yin. The Fu Yin, that means you actually expected that this thing will happen. Perhaps you just don't know when it will happen. That's why when you have Fu Yin situation, people in around your area, your family members pass away, yeah. Most of the time you expected it already. Yeah, it's an emotional event, you cry, but you say, I knew she was going to die. Yeah, because she's having cancer already. It's already going to fourth stage. So it is something expected. So when she was going through her Bing Zi, yeah, she would have already expected that her life will change. But in which area will it change? So normally, yeah, which area will it change? Of course, these guys will have an impact, yeah. These guys will have an impact, and a DO will also be something that's coming into her life as an impact. If she's already have a husband, which is expect a change in husband, maybe, yeah, because these are all changes. So that's why in Bazi, there was a previous consultant. Her magic to it is it depends. When people ask, so will I marry again? It depends. Will I marry better or worse? It depends. It's like a pot, it depends, which is true. It really depends. Yeah. What do you want? What is your objective desire? What is your fulfillment? These things coming in here. Do you want to manifest and change? If let's say this is changing, yeah, okay, it's changing, and you're looking at all these things. Do you want more money? If you were her, do you want a powerful husband?
Yes.
If you were her, yeah. Do you still want to do the things that you love to do? If you were her, so if you were her, yeah, and you know that this father is going through a Fu Yin change, you would plan for it, yeah, to happen the way that you want it to happen. But in her case, this is where if you move along the path of her luck pillar, on the top part normally is first easier to see. On the stem, so on the stem is moving from cutting officer to EG, all these are the performance, yeah, the output stars, and moving into collaborative times. A lot of collaboration happening in her life. Even right now, she is, I think, the sponsor of a few charitable organizations, and I don't know what. So this is talking about her collaboration, a social network circle. At first within Slovenia, how many people know her? Now she is the first lady of the US. How many people do you think know her now? The world. Yeah, obviously the world. Well, for better or for worse, not everybody who sees her will like her, but at least Her social network increased or not?
Yeah.
Tremendously. Yeah. And then moving on, what will happen? Resource come. Yeah. DO come. And then of course wealth. So we say right now she is in her resource years already. So resource years, normally resource means what? Comfort, family, charity. Resource is charity, yeah. So all these things are in her life right now. So is it panning out the way the Butter says that her life will pan out?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this one looks like it is panning out. Yeah. But is there anything happening at the bottom or not? Is everything as rosy and beautiful as the Garden of Eden says it is, or claim that it is? Not really, isn't it? Not really. That's why if you know Butter, on the surface it may look good, but at the bottom, yeah, it may tell you another story. So in the beginning, you see, just now somebody pointed out the Mao and the Zi to her. Yeah. So at 7 to 16, obviously, this does not really talk about a marriage. Too young. But it does implicate her, isn't it? And this is what punishment is this? Uncivilized punishment. So in the arena that she is in, modeling, do you think that there is a likelihood that such things may happen?
Sure.
So would you think that at a very young age, yeah, would it have implicated her entire life?
Yeah.
At such a young age, yeah, going through such kind of thing. Yeah. And then here also there is combination. There is a combination of her network, her external, her fans, those people who come and watch her model, combined here. So that means there are a lot of opportunities given to her to do all these kind of modeling jobs. So at the bottom, she is already moved by these two pillars. Then as you move in here, this is when she's 17. This one again, yeah, is talking about a half collaboration. And then this one and this one is a very strong good time. So this time of her life was pretty okay. Yeah, she was modeling, she was making money. This part is okay. Then come here, 27. 27 was the time where I think she launched herself overseas. Because this guy, yeah, in her career, there was a change. This is what is this? Destruction. This is a destruction, okay? This is the water is very strong. So very strong means all the DO coming, all the 7K coming. So she would have had a lot of male admirers wanting to maybe be with her, part of her life. So her choices started here, and I think this is where Donald came in already. Yeah? Donald came in here. So moving on at 37, the Ola. Whole thing changed. She moved in, now she's first lady. Now 47, she's born, I said what year? What year was she born?
1970.
70. So now 70, she would be in this pillar already, no? Or she just moved into this pillar. So all the while, the marriage, the having baby, they're all in here. She had a baby, her son. So they're all in here. Now she is just commencing the new love pillar. Born 1970, so now it's 47, 48, this pillar. So moving through here, it looks as though this is a very clear-cut case, yeah, where the Butter chart told us the story of her life. And I don't think she knows Butter one. So she just followed like cow, you know, opportunity came, she told, she just went on her merry way. She didn't do any planning. Now moving on, she can either continue her merry way to float, or one of you call her up and say, I will become your personal consultant for Butter. And I will tell you, moving on, what's going to happen, yeah, how this thing is going to be added advantage to you. All right. So then you see, okay, now this is the water coming in. This is also the water, all right? DO7K, there's a shift, yeah? DO7K shift coming. So previously was DO, here, 7K. What's the difference between DO and 7K?
Follow rules and not follow rules.
Yeah, follow rules, not follow rules. One is more gung-ho, one is more gung-ho, one is less gung-ho. But will it be a shift or a change?
I would say maybe now she's more rebellious, a bit more risk.
More risk-taking,
Basically, qualities of leader may come out. I mean, after all, she's in a leadership stage of position also in a way.
So when you do all these kind of studies, we did a lot when we first started with Dr. Joey, but of course, as we grew, we became lazy. We hardly do this anymore because we have real life clients to do. But if you don't really have that many real life clients, this is very good learning. So do a lot of this. So we say, okay, yes, if you do this kind of learning, you must be reading daily, what do you call that, activities. There was, I think there was a report that came out not too long ago to say that when they went as a couple, when they went somewhere for an official function, she wasn't riding in the official car with Donald. She was riding in the car with her friends. And Donald was actually in the official car by himself. So maybe this thing is acting.
Rebelliousness.
This 7K is coming in and saying, why should I? Yeah, because I'm now on my own. Now this one, the Yiwood, the Yiwood to her is direct resource, correct? But to her activities, because now being first lady is actually a job, isn't it?
Yes.
Is it not a job?
Yes.
It's a job. And her job with Yiwood and Keng, her social network, that means her entire world fans coming in with opportunity to combine all. Like or not?
Yeah.
So this is where all she have to do is stand up there and people will come. So do you think this guy is any more important anymore?
No.
Yeah, this one take a back burner. You can
And
stand
then
by the side.
probably right now with the 7K also maybe more opportunities to meet other guys. With the combo on top.
Combo at top, but is it real or is it not real? Is there any combination at the bottom with the high? High Ma Wei don't have. High Yin don't have. We don't know here so High Yin don't have, High Ma Wei don't have, and then what else? The rat. The rat is just seasonal, It's a seasonal. It's not really a harmony combination. So at the bottom it's not real. So all these things that she's combining with opportunity are just very superficial. Superficial. Just whiling the time when she's first lady, she will have all these connections.
I guess probably also because now Donald will have a lot of things to do, and then she will have a lot of time to herself, and
could be.
She will probably
could be. But moving on, how? The Jia will come. What will happen to the Tukeng? The sheep will come. The sheep. What will happen to the Chen? So if you were her consultant, this is your high point. This will be your downturn. This will be your downturn. Okay. So how are you going to manage this thing?
But luckily, it's more of she's countering out the 57 luck pillar rather than the thing is countering.
It's countering out. Yes, correct. But will there be changes?
Yes, definitely.
Definitely, So this is where, just from one pillar to the next, there will be quite a drastic change.
Massive change.
It's quite a massive change, And of course, we say this one and this one, wealth is involved.
Yes.
Don't care who counted in or who counted out, wealth is already involved. And when this guy come in, EG is involved. Her ability to output, whatever that she's doing right now, is already affected. So I don't know how long her husband was going to be there, but this is her chart. So our advice to her would be,
take and keep.
okay, manage it, yeah, so that you establish connections based on your own word, not based on the fact that you're just first lady, because your first lady position is not forever. We don't know when it will go, but if you hold on, at least you got 10 years to hold on to. Once you've established the 10 years, yeah, even if it comes in and shake, okay, shake 50%, you still have 50%, correct? If everything was based on your position, yeah, and when this thing comes in, it will be all gone. So this is, as a consultant, you might want to address this bit, because from here to here, it is a rise and then a dip. Okay? So all this going on to the rest of her life, yeah, you will see that somehow things are getting like here not so good. It's peaking up here, and then it's gonna come down already. Because after here, 67, what is Ah Peng most afraid of?
Right.
Yeah. And then the Yo and the Ze is what? A destruction. It's a destruction. So that means her pillar is also destroyed. After her career goes, she will be destroyed.
DE is
Okay, be half lah.
56.
A bit half.
Luck pillar is grave.
So these are very crucial times of her life. So if you're doing real master consult, not this hypothetical thing, normally how would you address situation where your client seems to be on the high right now, but the next two pillars, he's going to sink? How do you think that you should approach this client in order to help this client? Would you first tell him that he's going to sink in the next 2 years?
No.
Normally we don't. Normally we don't, because you see, this is actually putting a seed inside a person's head, and she is going to grow the seed.
Yeah.
It's going to, even though it may not happen, this is just one reality. But because you put the seed in there, then every day all she worries about is her downfall, and it will happen. The law of attraction says so. Yeah, it will. So normally we don't want. Yeah. We just concentrate and focus here first. And then we will tell her, during this space, where everything is sunny and bright, this is the time where, it's like squirrel, you must store for the winter. We will come to a stage in our lives that we will go through winter. Winter is our old age now. When you're old, do you still think that you will be so vibrant? You'll be still having the energy to do the things that you do? No, it's not going to be so. So this is the truth. Yeah, this is the truth. So during your peak, you start to plan. So plan for your future. So you focus here and you say, okay, how are we going to plan so that even if you don't work anymore, you retire from First Lady office, what should you be thinking of that will carry you through till your old age? Stable investment. So every month, every single dime and cent that you have, you must apportion some to your, I don't know, diamonds, fur coat, but some would be for your winter time, the winter of your life. So when you do this for your client, you're actually looking at this part and doing a lot of patchwork, so that during her 20 years here, at least due to your help as a consultant, you would have helped her manage these 20 years. Then you say, okay, money, you fix it now. He's not got a health problem now.
Yes.
Does she have health problem?
During the 57.
This one, Because this is the time bomb that Datuk has been talking about, yeah. Time bomb cancer. Time bomb is you have the clashes, you have all those things inside your chart. But when will it happen? When the animal appears again. Yeah. So this guy is appearing here. Where's the dragon? Don't have. But maybe inside this guy there is a dragon. So that year, during the 10 years, might be the time where she will be afflicted with. This one says hereditary illness. This one says cancer. Yeah. So if let's say this is cancer, she went through water already. Water will have contaminated some of these guys. Yeah. So moving on, lucky thing she has still got a bit of wood. Still got saving grace here. Right? So can still remove a bit of the contaminant, but we don't know how severe this thing has been contaminated.
But
So
here 2030 is also the sheep year, so that's when the
thing will happen.
Yeah. But there is no dragon inside this 10-year luck cycle.
Okay. So because we see all these things happening, so again we are here. So how do we address her issue of also her health?
Take more antioxidants.
So you know, as now a Bazi consultant, yeah, there's so many things that you can help your client with. Obviously, the debate next will be, how much do you tell? It's always like that, yeah? How much should I tell her? Should I even tell her? Then a lot of times it depends on you. Yeah? If you feel that there is paid service, you get paid. Yeah? Whether it's an ang pao or actually a invoice, our clients are all invoiced. There is still this element of only answer if you are asked. Right? That is some of, well, I never use that. I never use that understanding. To me, maybe because my eyes are a little bit too big for my own good. No need to tell, also tell. Everything also tell. So that's why I get into a lot of trouble. Trouble not with people, but trouble with the karma. I have a lot of karmic problems. So it's up to you. You want to tell, you want to tell, never mind. But there are situations, where I also want to see.
Nancy, sorry, this is a very important question. So how do you, you say that you have a lot of karmic problems, okay? Do you feel that even if you have your karmic problems, you will still continue to do what you do?
Yeah, I'm still doing it. Yeah, I'm still doing it. So I bear the burden.
Would that consider self-punishment?
Yeah, I do have self-punishment. I have a stupid chicken in there. So every time I eat KFC, I know that that's me I'm eating. Eat my self-punishment. So yes, I do. I still do. But after saying that, there are also times, where I'm a little bit smarter. This chart doesn't show you enough. The every year chart, the subscribe chart, where every block have every year written. I will also look. Like for example, this year says got problem. But if I see that the problem is starting on the first, second year into the Bazi chart, I will definitely tell. But if it is only coming to the person in the 9th year or the 10th year, just before she shifts, maybe I'll be dead by then now. So even if I don't tell, also never mind. Because if it is very near the next 1-2 years, which is happening, sometimes our years before you know it, already end of 2018. Like it was 2019. 2017, it's just a blink of my eye. I said, I'll finish already. Because a lot of things happened during 2017. My mother passed away. I missed my Taiwan trip. I don't know, lost so much money. So it's like, wow, finished, thank God. Now,
are you going to China?
Most likely, But you also have to be looking at my health. Because my knees are getting very weak. Old age. So this is where, if let's say within the next 1-2 years, because she just landed here, like that here.
Yes.
So if let's say at the age of 47, 48, these things that we kind of saw and forecasted is going to happen. And if you didn't tell her, and she found out either through your fellow consultant and student, or she actually experiencing it, then she'll tell you, you lousy consultant. So simple a thing also didn't see. Then at least tell me, yeah, and I can fix it. So that's why when the thing is near, I will tell one. And even if it is affairs, yeah, people come in, they say, oh, my husband got affair, I think I feel so, but I see, yes, God, but it will only surface and reveal itself, yeah, in 8 years' time. I will lie. Don't have.
Will lying also incur karmic issue?
I don't care because you see, I want to give her at least another 8 years of happiness. And during the 8 years of happiness, I hope she will change. She will change for the better because you see, normally in relationship, yeah, by the way, I'm going to be a love guru this year. But I'm going to talk about relationship a lot this year. I realize that many a time it takes two hands to clap. Yeah, I may be married to you, Sean, but in order to drive Sean to look for another woman, I better look at myself first. Yeah, am I a nice person? Am I giving Sean what he needs in life? Am I sharing enough, communicating enough with Sean? If I'm the capital B bitch, yeah, in his life, and every time it is what I want, me, myself, and I want, it's never about what Sean wants. Am I not driving him away?
Yep.
I'm driving him away. And if let's say we are already in this kind of a shitty relationship, in a year's time, the next third party is going to arise. Yeah. As a consultant, I will tell Nancy that you better do something because in a very short few months or year, yeah, you will come into a relationship problem with your spouse. But if let's say 8 years on, then this thing will arise. Arise meaning to say, bocor rahsia lah, chinpo lah, people will find out. Yeah. Then what I will tell Nancy is, there's always this element when nothing is forever. So if you want Sean to be your, lawfully married husband forever and ever, you better start fine-tuning yourself. Go to the gym. Don't look like a fridge. Yeah, do something to your hair. You look like a mad woman. Yeah, change your behavior. Don't be so sarcastic. So all these things, yeah. And by the time Nancy starts to change, maybe the relationship can be fixed. Then he will stop looking outside. He will say, oh, I treasure the relationship already. I treasure the marriage that we have. And each year can only become better. So by the end of the 8 years, whatever so-called third party that's arising from the chart, yeah, may be nothing. Because for him, for me, different elements arise one. Yeah. And if let's say there is a rock wealth arising in me, in my chart, so rock wealth, of course, to him is another wealth star. So that is why it is arising. So when it is arising, his wealth star, I change myself. So maybe in 8 years' time, he make money. In my life, I see my husband make money. Good not? I don't want to see my husband find another woman, So that is why I am very, very careful that, of course, even if I tell, I will also check the chart. If I tell now, 8 years' time happened, I would have robbed her of her happiness. I would have robbed her of the 8 years of still, being with her husband, rather than live in bliss. Ignorance is bliss. But there is also a concerted effort to help her to change. Because the awareness is nothing is guaranteed in life. You may still lose your husband to another woman, but you better fix yourself. So the warning has been issued. But I didn't say that he's going to have another woman. And I learned this even before I took Ba Zhe, I learned this very, very young because I was in Hong Leong in my early 20s. And back then, Lilian too was with Hong Leong. But she hasn't written her book yet, but she went to Downing and she did a lot of all this dini dada. So she recommended, or somebody recommended Feng Shui master to our organization. And I don't know whether it's the same Feng Shui master who spoke to one of the director's wife. And he told this director's wife that her husband will have another woman in his life. It's not you, it's another woman. Oh. And because in her chart, maybe she has got a lot of water, so she keeps thinking, when is that woman going to arise? Who will be that woman? Is it his secretary? Is it, yeah? And shortly after that, she killed herself. She committed suicide. She cannot take it anymore. Every day thinking about her husband with another woman. So what we found out was that at that point where she passed on, her husband was faithful. Her husband did not have anybody. But in a short 2 to 3 years, he did remarry. So there was another woman eventually, because she exited, made way for this next woman to come. So is the Feng Shui master wrong or right? Don't know. Yeah.
So the fear is, if we are not like master level, we see something suspicious which will happen in 2 years' time, and if you tell, then you destroy the marriage, and you could be wrong, right? I mean, that situation.
There's a lot of things will change.
Yeah, but if you tell, then you destroy the marriage.
So it is in how you tell it. In how you tell it.
Also see the chart, see what type of chart they have also.
If let's say this chart, like she is pretty okay, but she doesn't, she's a very strong person. Yeah. Very unlikely with DO, EG, IW, yeah. She's going to take her life anytime soon. She'll probably take your life. She'll kill you first and then she'll kill herself. So if you told her that Donald is having an affair, then she said, good, then he won't be bothering me. I got plenty other things to do.
Yeah, and then 7K there.
Go. Yeah, so it also depends, on that person. If let's say millennial is somebody who has water, who's depressive, who has a lot of indirect resource, and also all these black dark stars, then she might not be able to take it. And you being the instigator, say that, I think your husband got affair, so you might instigate her, to walk off the edge.
I think the karmic thing is even worse.
So it's not, put it this way, doing Bazi, is incredibly exciting. No doubt about that. Especially when you're curious, you want to know about yourself, you want to know about people around you, you want to help your client. So this curiosity is something that drives us. But we have to make sure that we don't get carried away by saying what may only be a possible reality. Always remember, all these things point to many paths, many possible reality. Which one the client takes, sometimes it also depends on how you nudge them. You nudge them and say, hey, he's got a girl somewhere stashed away. Because you read maybe in his chart, even for Chi-Men, sometimes I am not going to jump in. The minute I see your husband Geng has a thing, I say, oh, I also dare not one. I have to be very careful. Very, very careful. So some of us also very excited. We see God, then we simply tell. Once you say, no matter how you twist, you cannot say I didn't say that, because your client will have bit into that piece of bone and keep going back. But you said, God, you said have, you said.
And then someone with the recording, sure.
Sure. So be gentle, be careful. There are times where, like I say, the charts will never lie. Your interpretation, will see the thing, but it is always best to test the water. There was one client that came in not too long ago, and she came in somebody recommended that she see me. Yeah, but I tell you, nowadays clients come and see me, is because cannot give birth to baby law, or cannot get married law, or got married problem. They're all coming that way. Maybe I don't know, but there must be a message there. So this one came in asking about money, or I think feels a little bit strange. Because
not your typical client.
This one should be like Iverson, that one like that. Go to Iverson, go to Kevin, go to those guys money. So she sat there and she said, talk about money. And then I'm looking at her, she's a very sweet, gentle woman. She's not like aggressive. Sometimes you can see the aggressive woman come in, really business minded, got attaché case one. She flung on the chair, then she'll sit there, the hands will fold. Okay, how come I'm not making money this year? Like that, but she's not like that one. So she went on and said, how to make more money. Then I said, talk. Say, the father chart says something is happening to her marriage. And then I asked her, normally I will ask her, would you like to ask anything about your relationship? You're married, aren't you? And she said, yes. With children? Yes. I said, would you like to find out more about your current relationship based on the charts? And she said, okay. What can you see? That's already a hint already lah.
Yeah.
What can you see? So the chart says this, the achievement chart says the same thing, and I said, it looks like your husband has got a very close relationship, with a female person right now. So your husband has a secretary? No. No secretary. How about staff? A lot of women staff? Not really. So I said, then who is this person? So I try to see. Now, the husband in 3 months, in Basel, is saying that it will be revealed very soon. It will float up. This some shit thing is going to float up very soon. So, do you tell or do you not tell? So I say, better tell. After my reputation down the drain, simple thing also cannot see. So I said, hey, looks not very good. Not very good. So what do you see? I say, there is a possibility, that another woman has now come to your husband's side and become very close with him. Then she said, that's why I want to come and ask you whether should I get a private investigator or not. I have to make money. Oh, actually, I come to see you whether should I go and get a private investigator to it.
So your pattern still match lah.
So then, of course, I asked her, I say, why do you want to do that? Just to have proof. I say, now you don't have proof, man. Because I only suspect. I only suspect. But I sense that there is. Because women's intuition, I tell you, is very pinpoint, sharp. How you read different method of reading, they already know that something is up. So I just asked her, I said, what do you want to do by getting the private investigator in? And she said, no, it's just, I need the evidence. I said, if you have the evidence, and then so what? Then she said, don't know, I also don't know. So we talk. So finally, convinced her to take up feng shui audit. So we went to find her house, did the feng shui audit. In fact, very strange, all these things in the Basel says that it will happen. It will happen. And it was just a movement of 3 years into the new pillar that it will happen. Then I asked her, how long ago did you move into this house? She said 3 years ago. So when she moved new pillar, she moved house for 3 years ago. And what happened was, I said, when did you have this very strong feeling, that something is happening to your marriage? And the third party was appearing inside chart. She said, this year year of the rooster. So I said, year of the rooster. All right. So did the audit. And then I found out that in her house, there are certain things which is not very good for the female kun gua person inside the house. And this is her balcony. She's staying in this condominium, which is very strange because the pattern of the balcony is such that there is this movable big metal plank that you can slide to the left and slide to the right. Sliding to the left means you want to do laundry. You hang your laundry at the kitchen area. So you push this sliding metal and you can hang your laundry here. Then later on, after the sunset, take out all the laundry back in, slide the thing back, and you will have the aerial view of, I don't know, KLCC or don't know what lah. Beautiful, beautiful. But what was happening is that thing that goes yip, up like that is in the south sector. In the year of the rooster. So all these things from here start out with one spark. Then you will find.
What did you see?
Yeah. In the chart, this thing is being affected. Here. Here. So that was the first thing that caught my attention. Then, of course, I also have to evaluate her personality. Yeah, her affinity to the husband. Remember the Basel 10X student, the relationship section of Basel 10X? Communication, shared goals, shared objectives, yeah. Then you talk about Yun Hong Fan. What is Yun Hong Fan? I mean, sometimes you have affinity. Yeah, you have affinity, but you are not compatible. So all this you will read the chart. Yeah, of course you will also have the husband's chart. So if I were to do this chart and find out whether she has affinity and compatibility with her current president husband, I will definitely look at his chart and see when was the affinity affected. The meeting, just now we already said she was meeting through friends or collaborators. This one is meeting time. So all these things will show you, yeah, the movement of time in less than a minute. Because when your eyes look at Basel chart, you will have to train yourself. When you become better in time, you won't be reading this chart like this. This one here, strong or weak. This one here. This one here, this one here, this one here. What is here? What is here? That one takes too long. What you do is, this is figuratively. You take this chart, you move it further, and you open your eyes and read everything in one go. Practice. Just so read. Then conclusion, got problem or not. Then within a minute, that's all your client has to wait before you can tell whether the situation is now endangering alert. So it is practice. Beginning, yes, if you do like this, it's not wrong, but it's just taking time. Taking time, and time is where your client doesn't have. Already in a panic state, then you're taking too much time. So just lift your eyes up, read everything. Then only you look at the cycle. Right now, what cycle is that person in? Then, if let's say at the beginning, still got many years to come, but let's say at the end, the last two, very soon may have transited due to the ascending descending chi. So this is where if you're reading for people for 2018 this year, 2018, you must check how was your October 2017. Did you have a good October? Is it a fantastic October? Great, this would be likely a fantastic year for you. Because October is Wushik, whole year is Wushik. So opportunities will come. So if October came, you felt good. This year likely would be a better year. So go all the way. But what if October was damn shitty? So this year, you better make sure you are on the alert. What you did in October, don't repeat. What you didn't do in October, consider doing. Because if you did exactly what you did in October, you will get the shit 12 months of shit. It's just a small little flavor when you take Baskin Robbins, when you take all this ice cream, they give you a small spoon. That was October, If it was good, then fantastic. It was not good. Yeah? So this is how, when you practice, you will pick all these little shortcuts. Yeah, and Butter 10x actually gave you a whole pile of shortcuts. You see, when was the last time you look at those sheets?
You what?
The sheets, the A3 sheets in the Butter 10x.
Sheet.
The shape. When was the last time you looked at it?
December last year.
Every now and then bring it up. Yeah, look at it again. Look at it. Because each time you look at it, you see different things, right? No?
Yeah.
You will see different things. In fact, we were talking about poisons. And poisons was something that I completely forgot.
Yeah, I have to go look at it.
So let's go back to go back and read the poisons. When you have too much of something, yeah, it turns into poison. Okay, let me see. Okay, that's not poison.
It's supposed to be page 5, I think.
Page 5. This one is the latest batch.
Yeah, the latest.
The latest batch.
From her chart, we.
Because I think the other batch may not have seen the poison. Don't know whether the poisons were for poison or not. So, like for example, too much metal, yeah, brings in about hatred. Mental state caused by state of hatred. Yeah. Cultivate passion and patience. So too much.
Sorry, now that I'm looking at the poisons again.
Yes.
Where does it say metal?
It's not in the.
Yeah. Previously, when he said that time, he will tell us which one is metal, which one is fire. But
yes, because he said in case you print it out and sell it, or print out for your friends who's not in Butter 10x, it doesn't make head or tail.
Tail.
Metal. The poison metal will create that kind of problem.
Like that.
Like that. So you must not snooze in class. You snooze, you lose. You must pay attention. So how do you say animal? Earth will be the ignorance, number 3 now.
Okay, earth is ignorance.
Ignorance, perceiving things in a delusional way. Then number 4 is wood, pride, disrespectful as wood. And finally, fire is doubt, cynical. Because you see, if you know that fire is always about desire, always about positiveness, when you have too much, then you start to have doubt. Okay? You start to have doubt already. Too much. Always.
Desire is water.
This desire is water, but this one, because the fire is desire and passion also. So it turns negative, becomes doubt, cynical. So the poisons go back and revise.
So sorry, the second one is metal.
Second one is metal.
The third one is
earth. Then the fourth one is wood. And the last one is fire.
That's one was desire. Why a lot of water got a lot of desire? Lumps at all. Then you got everything.
Desire sometimes is also a bit about lust.
Oh.
Yeah. This English is terrible. This English got multiple meanings.
Yeah.
A lot of multiple meanings.
That's why when he tells you have to go and
attend the class.
Write down your own notes.
Write down your own notes. Listen. Yeah. And then the notes by itself is not enough. Yeah, so even if you just go and photosize some people's notes, as in the handout, it's not going to help you a lot. You must be there. You must be there to capture the essence, of what Dato has to share.
Yeah. Even sometimes they show you that 10 have a list, times you don't know what it is.
Okay. Just to confirm, my notes say the water element of lust is there.
The water.
So basically,
the desire is there.
That the element of lust is there.
Yes. Okay, any questions or not? I don't know whether the people online are still online or not. Your question? How many are online? Okay. So notes in class. Questions?
Sorry, I just wanted to add one more thing for this chart.
Okay.
Because Donald Trump became president 2 years ago, right?
That means in this period lah.
No.
Because she just reached here.
Yes.
16.
Maybe 16.
2016.
Yeah.
2016. So you see that time was Shen year, so Shen Zicheng also the 3 combo, and that's why everything became.
Okay. So there is a lot of things that you can pick up, yeah, because this is in retrospect. That means things have already happened. So when you read, yeah, obviously you can substantiate your reading. It is only through reading always the past, then the reading of the future, you have the confidence. When I first started in the beginning, yeah, I always read a little bit about my client's past. Not for his benefit, because he will know what has happened already, but I wouldn't know.
Confirmation.
So when I read, yeah, I say, oh, did you get married at this year? Did you get baby at this year? Did you change job? Yeah. Did you meet with an accident? So it is through reading, and if he confirms, then I know that in all times, my reading in the future is based on how I read about his past month. So it would be more accurate. And as I moved on, yeah, this is where people are paying quite a lot of money to see me. I don't want to indulge in the past anymore, because it's a waste of time. That was actually for my benefit, not for my client. He has lived his life. You mean he doesn't know, man? Or was he in a dream that the last 10 years, he had no recollection of what happened? He has, but I just needed it for myself. So now I said, cut to the chase. Yeah, whatever in the past, if there's 1 or 2 major incidents that made you the person that you are today, like for Melania, yeah, her 37 was a very life-changing thingy. Yeah, she moved in, she had a baby, she's first lady of US. So these are all major life-changing. So move on. No need to indulge in the past and say, oh, Melania, when you were young, yeah, you actually was a model for your mom. Hey, her, she's Melania, you're talking to Melania about her life. Don't waste time. Just move on. So if you want to, you just say, okay, this is the most major impact. So that's why when it comes to reading chart, there are only 2 types of clients. One that already buy into you. It means they must have heard from other people as a recommendation that you're pretty good, or they are repeat clients that they have full trust in you. So you can just plonk in and move into the future. There are some who are doubters. Maybe they wanted Iverson, but Iverson not free though. He just kicked the fella to me and say, who is this? Don't know whether she knows anything about business or not. She only know how to get people pregnant, how to get relationship, how to get boyfriend, how to get girlfriend. But I'm trying to make money can now. So this is the type of person when they sit down, you will see that they are not very buying into what you have. Then this is where you look into the chart and you see what is the thing that is almost like protruding out. You know, it's protruding out, sticking out like a sore thumb. Is it something to do with his wealth luck? Somewhere along in his father chart, you may see that he has lost money. His wealth, was absolutely trashed out. Or you see major relationship reshuffle. Maybe lost a wife, maybe the girlfriend dumped him, or he had major hiccups somewhere here where he has depression. The water element was so strong, he had depression. So you catch that one thing, because that person is not a believer yet, that you are who you say you are, you're so good, man. So you catch that one thing and you throw it back at him. Then this is where you say, how you know? The how you know is that it did happen. So his question is, how you know? Because you don't know me, And he said, oh, because the chart said so. These are some of the things that we can see from your chart. So, okay, let's move on. What do you want? money, relationship, health. Then this fella is now buying in already. Something like this, yeah. This is how you should do it if you have clients, yeah, that is doubting you. So this is where you take up the D and you throw it at him.
Typically, the oldie budget readers will always talk about your most guy situation because that's show power.
Show power. But also sometimes you have to be good in order to show power. If you half pass like that, you say, oh, you have relationship problem, right? Always very difficult to find boyfriend. Then the person says, I already married. Okay.
Lost power.
The power shift. So don't simply you have to check many things. Then you say, yeah. Or sometimes you say it in a way, that they're actually fishing. They're actually fishing.
Ask them question. Do you have relationship problem?
So you say it looks like your chart, is quite challenging, especially in the relationship. So either like I did it for the DJ because he sat down, he threw his money down, threw his money down and said, so tell me about me. So that means he wants to up you poker game the time, up you throw your money, so tell me about me. So this is where I was that time very raw, but Datuk taught me well. So he asked me to say things like, I understand from your chart that your relationship, is not really happening. So either you're not married as yet, or even if you are married, you will have a lot of issues. Well done, today I'm getting my divorce paper signed. It's how you place it, Yes, definitely the person has relationship problem, but you cannot just say you're going through a divorce, What if he's not married? Not married, how to divorce? Right? Or you say you don't have girlfriend or you don't have wife, then the person says I have. So each time it's so wrong answer. So you have to say it in such a way that either way you will be correct one. Right? Then he said, oh okay. So I just want to tell you I'm a DJ, and I don't seem to be making a lot of money. So what else should I do? Very humble already after that. So all you have to do is chúc the most painful bit, and squeeze it. Then they say, you are very good. So the chart will tell you what to say. The chart will tell you what to say. Alright? Okay. Any questions? Or we go at low sum? Any questions?
You want to know?
People look at the hand room. So how? Any question? Everything clear? Maladia's chart, of course there's a lot of things to learn from her chart. Only sad thing is we could find her time. If we have found her time, then there will be another layer of reading.
So you can know what she's thinking, what she wants.
What is her aspirations in life? What will be the thing that give her fulfillment? Is it really having a husband? Give her fulfillment. What is her sex drive pattern like? Without sharing the bed with her, you will know whether she's an energizer bunny, or she wants to do it but she got no time, or she wants to do it only once in a blue moon. So you pace yourself with her. But the old man, I don't know already 60, 70, 70 plus. I don't know whether can pace or not. So one day got heart attack.
The rumor said that she was supposed to divorce him if he wasn't president.
Oh really? Well, gave him ultimatum.
But because he is president, she has to stick. That was the...
Okay. Love husband one, no? The husband star is what? Supposed to love husband, Actually, the husband star doesn't combine with her, doesn't combine with her.
The husband star control her.
The husband star is the one star that she hates the most. The Koi water. So for her, she needs her own freedom. Being fire women always require their space. If you keep coming, yeah, she will either push you away, yeah, or simply chop you down, and there you go.
But Donald Trump also
don't look at like that. You're looking across the chart. You look at her husband. Today is Donald. Tomorrow is Mickey Mouse. Now today is Donald Duck. Next day Mickey Mouse. Still the same, because Kui will always be her husband. And is it favorable or not to her? Yeah. We say, okay, lucky thing this Kui water is down here in the branch. Yeah, at least not so irritating. Yeah. But if the Kui water is in the hour on the stem or taking the place of Geng, yeah, then you will see a lot of all these negative things happening. Because she doesn't like to be governed, she doesn't like to be ruled, she is a free spirit, she is a Beng. And you cannot catch the Beng, put it in a box, and say, this is my personal son. She won't buy in. So actually, this kind of women, yeah, normally it is better to have her as your girlfriend, your lover, yeah, than your spouse, unless you have very strong understanding of her ground rules. She has ground rules as a wife. Then you will have a better marriage.
Generally, most Beng ladies prefer to be single.
No, you cannot say that. That's a sweeping statement. Yeah. Because you also have to see whether the Beng lady is strong, the Beng lady is weak, where is the Dewo star to the Beng? Yeah. So many things you have to see.
Can we say that because it's in water, so what happens is sometimes the husband will irritate her, then when the Kui becomes the rainwater, and then it's like, oh, everything looks good again. Then after that, when then it becomes Kui again, then it irritates her again. I mean, I think because the Kui water is always ever changing, so.
But right now, because the Kui water is hidden underneath, so it would not be able to control her. Unless my Kui water now also appears in the hour. That's why you see wherever she goes with Donald, Donald cannot hold her hand if she doesn't want her hand to be held. Donald cannot insist that she rides in an official car with her. She will ride with her friends. So that is the Beng person that she is. I need my space, so please, this is no come in zone. So she can be like that, and she's strong enough to be like that. So that's why now is the time for her to make sure that she uses this prime time to the maximum to pave her own future. Because the guy may not be there all the time, and the guy will definitely not be president, yeah, beyond two terms. So this is her time. Make sure that the future is crafted by herself, not depending on husband, not depending on position. Craft it.
Nancy, could we also say that having a DO in the chart, especially in the it doesn't mean that she will have a good husband. I mean, because normally we learn in Parsi that for guy, we have this direct wealth and women is having the DO star. So in this case, she has DO in a day chart. So can we say that she married Tara Hong?
Her husband definitely got power and status. That's all. But how good is he? Is his personality great? That one cannot tell. But we know that the inside this chart is not that bad. Even though it is not in season, but this is part of autumn, the outer metal, so it's not too bad, no? As in his own strength.
Okay.
Yeah. But still to Melania, she is fire. Her natural husband is of course the Kui water. And to a Beng fire, Kui water as a husband will always carry a love-hate relationship. So Beng fire, possibly if you marry her, continue to be her lover and boyfriend. Don't try to control her. Don't try to say, I'm your husband, you are my wife, I'm the man, you are the woman, so you listen to me. They say no such rule for a Beng man.
So let's say if it was the opposite, because now it's a Beng fire and a Kui water. What if she was a Ting fire and the guy was a Ren water? Would it be a bit different? Because then
of course
it will be a better combo, it will be a combo, and yet the guy will be something that is actually more controlling than she probably can find.
Yeah, because your Ting fire and your rainwater, it's not really a clash.
Yeah.
It's not really a clash. So it would be a better relationship between the Ting and the Ren and the Bing and the Koi. It's just a natural order of the day.
Yeah.
So that's why Ah Bing and Ah Ren is the best.
If she was born at night, would it have affected her strength?
No, not her strength, but her ability to shine. Her ability to take credit for the things that she does. The ability to be seen and recognized. If she was born at the night, then it is harder. It's harder. Then she would have to do many things, yeah, which is different from what she's doing right now, so that she can still be seen and noticed. Some people in the past, yeah, talked about migration.
Yeah. Even
But,
the other part of
the
the world.
other part of the world. But sometimes we say no need to be so drastic. Yeah. Within here, you can do New York stock trading. It means in the comfort of your home in Malaysia, yeah, you can still do businesses across the world because now we have internet.
Or if you are, what about if you travel more? Because
if you travel more, also depending on whether do you have the stars to support your travels.
I see.
Okay. Can the people hear the questions? Can, good. We are getting very good questions here. Okay. What else? Yes.
I see the dragon and the dog clash between the month and the year later. So it also means that her career will face challenges, correct? And also in the relationship.
Yeah, challenges definitely.
Does it also mean that the career didn't agree with her social network?
Yeah, you can read it because a clash is always a challenge. Yeah. So this one is saying that whatever she's doing may not sit very well with her friends. So does she care? She went ahead and just did it.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, the wealth also means that there probably will be a lot of competition among her circle of friends also, right?
Yeah, because her friends are also models.
And then let's say the dragon and dog clash. So the dragon and the dog clash, right? The storage, which is the Koi, and the thing will come out, right? More.
Yeah, this is potential waiting to happen, yeah? So now it's a dog, year 2018, it will hit this guy. So some of these things will pop up.
Could be lawsuit waiting to happen.
Yeah.
Also can. So this is where we say, is it favorable or is it not favorable? So normally when the element is favorable, it takes in the better things. If it is not so favorable, then all the negative shit, yeah, tend to float up. So you can then again manage it. Because if you see it right now, sometimes it may be a little bit too late because shit needs to be taken up on body, then only it floats behind. So it could be something that you did last year or the year before, you weren't careful, contract, you say you were model, yeah, in these two countries, now you are first lady, no more modeling already. So how does the contract allows you to exit, or is it just a payment or whatever? So these are things that have been done in the past, but now shit may float up. So if you think that shit is going to float up, then you use what? What to counter shit? No?
Sanitation.
Sanitation. You can use output. You can use output, or you can use Rockwell to diffuse 7K. So this is your understanding of Bata. So once you know the 7 gods at the fingertips, you will know immediately what to use to diffuse, what to use to counter, what to use to destabilize the attacker. So this is part of your understanding Bata for strategy. It's not always Chiman can do strategy. Bata also can do strategy. What action to take, which month to do it. Is there a better month to do it? Should you do it in a month that supports you, or should you do it also in a month that clashes you? So all these things, is all by understanding Bata. All right. So you guys coming for there's a revision class in Basel. I understand it will be in April. So you guys are repeaters. So I understand that the cost is only 2,500 if you come. So must come because Dato is the one who's going to present it, and I don't know how many times he's going to do this kind of thing. Yeah, like first time he will do it, second time, third time, yeah, it will be back to us again. Yeah, the sub half past 6 one on. So if you can, yeah, come. I would love to see you guys, yeah, become masters of your own. Yes.
One of the way to tell whether this person is born rich from rich family is looking at the year pillar and the wealth sitting on the wealth star as well. But in this case, you say that she's not really born from a rich family.
No, we need to look at luck pillar.
Luck pillar as well.
No, rich family is very old.
Yeah,
Luck pillar.
This one, the first one.
Including the luck pillar as well.
Of course, this one stays potential, but when she enters, if this is wealth, definitely
Confirm.
confirm. But she entered cutting officer and resource.
So
it's
50-50.
iffy, a bit iffy. So if you read, I don't think, I think the family came from is it communist? Because they were not allowed to be baptized, you know. She was secretly baptized as a Catholic. So read a bit of her history. Go back to the chart again and revisit. Yeah. Yes.
See, the luck period starts from age 7. So what's between 1 to 6?
Can I use Bazi?
So we can't really see whether she's from rich family.
Okay. So of course we say before that, yeah, she's not running her own luck pillar. So whoever who was taking care of her would have an influence on her life.
Yeah.
So she was living with her parents. Yeah, her parents were just ordinary folks. They make living. I think the mom is Choi Yi Fokker. The father is what? Father is car dealer. Maybe car dealer got a bit of money now. But that's about it now. Then when she entered her own age 7 first luck pillar, she was already in HO. That's why she was already modeling at a very young age. So then only you can see the energies affecting her life. Before that, it's like, who was she living with? What country was she living with? So those will have an influence on her life instead. Okay? So sometimes we say, does it really matter? I don't know. Maybe not so much in terms of money, because there's nothing much you can do about it. But we normally look at young age, for temperament. Because I have detected a lot of children who are traumatic, who are ADHD, who are autistic, who are depressive, from these pillars. And also with the inherent chart. The inherent chart maybe got a lot of water, coming through with metal and water. So this chart is actually affected by these energies to turn that person into a little bit more sensitive, depressive. And if let's say the person is also living in a space, an area which is negative, then it will all the more enhance the negativity. Okay? So, questions? So those of you who did face reading with me, use face reading also to map this. Basically, it's this one first. And then the 100-year map is here.
actually, her face changed. I was just looking at the picture just now. Definitely when she was younger, it was much slimmer. Now it's becoming broader. So it's Choi Fok.
Here, square.
Square. Last time, no. So Plastic surgery, if you turn your face from slim to square.
I think usually they square to slim got
Shave here.
Yeah.
So what happens is, I think ultimately it's reflecting that she has growing wealth, authority, everything.
This one is basically it's power.
Power, authority.
Power and authority. This jawline here, the flesh, of course, folk land in older life is all this this is the flesh lah. But the jawline is very prominent.
She's getting a squarer jaw as she ages, so I think maybe the 7K or so coming more into control.
Yes, the bones are starting to be seen. Yeah, I don't know, but I don't like her eyes though. I don't know whether it's the makeup, but it is like, wow, it's so, so, I don't know what you call it, evil. It's not fishtail, no. The whole eye is slitted up now. I don't know whether it's makeup or not. I didn't really see that.
Maybe you can put to the picture.
Oh, that one is Botox.
Botox,
probably.
It's awful.
That one is Botox.
Okay, so how? Any more things on the puzzle? Anna?
Yes.
So your homework now is to fish Donald's puzzle out and then see whether there is affinity, compatibility with Donald. Yeah, I leave it as homework, not now, yeah. As homework, you're going to fish his chart out. You look and see, okay, this is affinity. Will she have long-term affinity with him? And how about compatibility? This comes to mind because somebody asked me during my budget consult in Singapore, and this person very insistent on asking who should he partner with in his projects. What would your answer be to that? Is it compatibility? Okay, good, Jack. Yes. How about the rest of you? Would you look at compatibility for somebody to work well with you as a partner?
I would say
as a
skill set first one.
Skill set. Yes. The rest of you?
To match up whatever you don't have, so both people, if you have everything, then after that you'll be able to run the business better.
So you say skill set means asking non-partial questions.
Not necessarily, you can see from
Management will show the skill set.
Actually, just go down to the file of the structure, very easily you can roughly already match the two together and see.
Yeah. So when you find clients, when you find partnerships, when you find subordinates, you look for not compatibility. This compatibility means you want to marry him. Or you want to stick with him. You look for his effectiveness in helping you in your business. How effective is he? Like what Sean said, if you hate doing sales, you better get one that loves sales. Yeah. If you are not meticulous, you're very you do things half here, half there, then you better get somebody who is very fussy, very meticulous, very saisang, so that whatever you don't have, he has. So then he becomes effective and effective in helping you do your business. It's no longer about whether, I am dog combined with who? Horse, tiger. So should I go and look for tiger people? For what?
I would say, let's say if they can't really work together, then I don't touch your department, you don't touch my department, or you work separately. So
doesn't matter, I'm the boss.
Yeah.
I'm going to shit you every day.
No, I mean, as in like if you're partnership, then I would say probably if I manage the sales team and you manage the accounts, then you manage the accounts and manage the sales team, that kind of thing, so we don't cross over kind of thing. So
well, if you want to do like this, I will choose somebody else.
I mean, let's say if they have some clashes, but they're really good for each other, certain things, but they might have
short partnership. It will be very short because I can't stand you.
Or by project basis and all those kind of things. Probably.
Job basis, no. It cannot be long term. Cannot be long term. No doubt we are not going to get married compatibility, but it has to be short term. Yeah, it has to be short term because the effectiveness after a while, we're still humans. There's still the element of I don't like your face means I don't like your face. Even if you can bring me quite a fair bit of money, so can Carl. So I'll sell you for Carl.
Yeah.
So this is where it is never hard and fast, yeah. When you do puzzle, remember 1 + 1 is not always 2. It could be 11. It could be 10. Yeah. It could be many things. And how to get 2? It is not always 1 + 1. It could be 11 minus 9 to get 2. So there's so many ways to get 2. Yeah. So it is not always like I'm right and you're wrong. When you're right and he's wrong, it's your perspective of this puzzle, how you read it, and over time you will know that you only attract certain type of clients when you're not ready. Your clients are this level. When you're better at it, your level will increase. And because I practice Malcolm Gladwell's 10,000 hours, I think I would have achieved my 10,000 hours. Yeah, with 18 years under my belt, my 10,000 hours should be coming very soon. So that's why my level of clientele, yeah, is also moving a little bit to the CEOs, the CFOs, the managing directors, yeah, the owners of conglomerates. No doubt they're still coming through from Dato' Joey's platform, but I used to have last time, not just people like us, just normal, ordinary workers. I never even had a privilege of seeing a managing director, Puzzle Consulting, and now they are all, coming to us. So we are clocking in the time now. So please do clock in the time, even if it is not real. As in, these are real people, but they are not sitting in front of you. Yeah, still do their chart. So clock the hours, and suddenly when you clock in the 10,000 hours or towards the 10,000 hours, things will change for you. Now maybe you're asking for $300 a session, $250 a session. In future, you're talking about 1,000, 1,500 a session. And people are still queuing up outside the door, waiting for you at 1,500 an hour. So that is, you're approaching your 10,000 hours. Okay, what time do you have now?
One last question. Can you say the gain?
The what gain?
The term is not strong because it's not born in season.
Okay.
And rooted in sin, it is the graveyard. So can you say it is not strong?
I would say the term is seated on its partly reservoir. Oh, so this term is quite strong because it's seated on its real reservoir of earth, and it is a metallic earth. That one maybe not so. Yeah. So it is still there. Even though if you go back to the season, if you shift, it is springtime. So the term is not strong. But remember, we say how weak is where seated on reservoir, rooted, seated in reservoir, and the other one is penetrating chi. These three things, will render the term not as weak as we thought it is. Okay? But you're right, just looking at season, the terms are not strong because they are all out of season. Okay, so this is sitting on the reservoir. Then some of these skunk, these are some of the penetrating sub-chi. Still got one.
Even though Sin and Ken is different polarity.
Yeah, but both is metal.
So go back a bit to the old notes, you will see that this is just telling us that the curve is not as weak as we thought it is.
It's average or better than average.
Okay, now I have to think about how much is the percentage. Maybe about 65 out of week.
Looking at her, she has wealth.
She has the opportunity to bring in a lot of external wealth. This is all external one.
Yeah, and there will be a lot of helpful people to give her that wealth as well.
Okay. All right, Ryan, what time do we have? Are we done?
We are over.
We are over. Oh, okay. So, overachieve. Okay, so I look forward to our next session. Yeah, I'm sure there will be many more. So for those of you who will be coming for 3 months,
this weekend.
This 2 days is 去门what啊
Human call meeting.
Oh, 去门 call meeting. Then the next one will be Saturday, Sunday, Monday will be the Chimen Academy. So those of you who are coming, yeah, I'll be seeing you guys. Then after that, for those of you who want to come for the Bazi, what's the official title for the Bazi in April?
Bazi Academy.
Oh, Bazi Academy. Yeah, that one will be in April. Talk to Ryan. Okay, so 恭喜發財. 2 more days, and then you will be truly going into working mode. Yeah. Now it's still eating and partying. 係咪啊 ？2 more days and then 唔係啊，no 啊。Okay, maybe it's me only lah. Alright, thank you very much. Good night, everybody. Good night, those on the web.
Displaying your EG.
EG eating.